Hey guys, it's Lauren. So this week I'm going to be doing something a little bit different and I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make paracord bracelets. I've never done this kind of video before, so sorry if it's not that great. Bear with me here. It's kind of new for me and I hope you guys like it and I hope I help you. So first you're going to need some parachute cord. You can usually get this at any craft store. I got mine from Michael's, and then you're going to want to measure out 7 feet of 2 colors of the parachute cord. You're also going to need a little plastic buckle. You're also going to need some sort of lighter. Smaller ones work way better, but this was all I had. Lastly, you're going to need some scissors. So first you're going to want to connect both ends of the paracord together so it turns into one long strand of paracord. And right now I'm just cutting off some of the insides that were hanging out just because I really don't want that there and it's going to be harder to stick them together. Next, you're going to take your lighter and you're going to light both ends on fire, not necessarily on fire, but you're going to want to burn them so that they're hot and can easily stick together. This is the hardest part of the process, getting them to stick together, but if you work at it enough, it will eventually happen. So next you're going to want to slip the center of the paracord through one of the slits of the buckle. This can be especially hard just because the paracord can get really thick when it's been burnt. So what I'll do sometimes is I'll start with the actual cord itself and I'll slip that through, and then I'll carefully work my way with slipping the rest of the cord through, like the wax part. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you watch me, you can kind of understand what I'm doing. Next, you're going to want to take the loop part on one side of the buckle and slip the strands of cord on the other side of the buckle through the loop so that it makes a little knot like this. Then you're going to want to take the other side of the cord and slip that through the other side of the buckle through the little slits. Then you're going to want to pull this just a little tight so that it makes a little loop, and you're going to want to try to fit that loop around your wrist and just measure off how long you need your bracelet, and then you're going to carefully slide that off your wrist, and that is going to be how big your bracelet will be. Next, you're going to want to take the middle color that you want and cross it over both of the two strands of paracord, and then you're going to want to take the outer cord and place it under the two strands of paracord, and then you're going to want to pull that all the way through and then kind of pull that knot so that you can see a pattern forming. And as you can see, the yellow is in the middle and the pink is going to be the outer color. Now you're going to want to repeat that process and take your middle color, cross it over both of the strands, and then cross your outer color and cross it underneath both of the strands and your middle strand, and then tie that tight so that you can see the pattern is continuing. I hope this is somewhat making sense. Hopefully by watching me you will get it if my words make absolutely no sense, because it is kind of confusing and hard to explain. Now I'm just going to continue this process until I've reached the end of the bracelet, and again, hopefully by you watching me do it over and over, you will understand it more and it will become more clear. So here you can tell I'm reaching the end of my bracelet, so I'm just going to tie off the final knot. Then what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to cut both of the strands a lot shorter so that hopefully I can just burn the ends together in kind of like a loop, kind of like I did in the beginning of the bracelet, and that's usually the easiest thing to do. However, here it was kind of hard for me because I had a really long lighter, so I didn't want to deal with that. So instead what I did was I burned both of the ends of the bracelet cord, and then I tucked the burned ends underneath the patterned part of the bracelet, and that just makes it less visible, and really when you put it on you won't be able to see it, so that's what I did for the time being. This bracelet did turn out kind of rough and a little bit looser than most of my bracelets that I've made, but I've never filmed myself making these bracelets before, and it's a lot harder when I'm filming because the camera and everything's in my way, but I'm sure that yours will turn out a lot better than mine did this time because you won't have to film it if you don't want to. And yeah, and then you just put your bracelet on with the buckle, and that is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry if it was somewhat confusing. I hope I helped you in any way, but yeah, I hope you guys liked my video, and I'll see you guys next week.